in your car, outside your own house, just staring at the front door like it was a prison gate? Like maybe if you sit there long enough, the life you built inside won't exist anymore. The kids won't expect anything from you. The silence won't echo so loud. The version of yourself you abandoned might just greet you at the door with open arms and a job offer. Pathetic. You want to be respected, but you still haven't learned how to bleed on purpose. You want reverence, but can't even hold yourself accountable after 9 p.m. You crave power, and you get winded walking up your own staircase. Emotionally, spiritually, physically, nobody respects you because you don't respect pain. Not yours, not anybody else's, and especially not the kind of pain that forges kings and monsters and gods. You treat discomfort like an illness. You flee from pressure like it's a curse. You say things like, I just need time to heal, and then take a nap so long, even your potential gives up and files for emancipation. You ever organize your closet to avoid applying for the thing you know you're being called to? You call it cleansing. I call it cowardice. You meditate to avoid the mirror. You light incense like it's going to fix the empire you refuse to build. You burn sage like smoke and cancel years of neglect and softness. You don't want growth. You want to feel like you're trying without actually doing anything. You sit in the dark with lo-fi music, convincing yourself you're resetting your nervous system, but really, you're just hiding from the fact that another day passed and you still didn't show up like a man with a legacy. You drink tea, you journal about resistance, you stretch like that's gonna fix your empty bank account and your neglected purpose. You got your headphones in, pretending you're tuning into your frequency, but all you're doing is tuning out your responsibility. And your ancestors, they're not watching over you. They're watching you stall, waiting for you to stop faking sacred and start getting dangerous, but won't wake up before 6 a.m. You chase peace, but flee pain. And that's why no one bows when you speak. Not your co-workers, not your kids, not even your own reflection, because you're still tiptoeing around the fire that you were born to walk through. You think pain is a sign you're doing something wrong, but hear me. Pain is the invitation. It's the alarm clock from the underworld. The whisper in your soul saying, wake up or be replaced. You drink coffee like it's gonna fix your shame. You stare at your phone for inspiration, but end up worshipping other people's consistency like it's magic, when really it's just work. Painful, repetitive, invisible work. You eat fries out the bag and call it a break. From what? From the mission you abandoned 4 years ago? You ever say, I'm just in a season of rest, when what you really mean is, I gave up, and I hope no one noticed yet. You got sore once and said God was testing you. No. That was your body trying to wake up. That was your calling knocking. You hit snooze. You expect the world to cheer for your healing, but you won't even sit with your regret long enough to learn its name. And that's why they don't respect you. Because respect is born from fire, and you treat fire like a hazard, like a reason to call off the journey. Like maybe this whole becoming something thing just isn't for you. You ever read another self-help book, knowing damn well you won't get past page 3? You don't need more answers, you need more agony. Because real respect, the kind that echoes when you enter a room, is forged through the agony you stop avoiding. And let me be clear, you do have time, you do have strength, you do have a gift, but you keep sacrificing it on the altar of comfort, distraction, and spiritual cosplay. And then you wonder why your voice doesn't carry, why your power doesn't land, why no one believes you when you say, I'm working on myself. Because the version of you they've been watching has been hiding in plain sight. You ever look at your calendar and realize you've been getting ready for 8 years? You're not healing, you're hesitating. You're not broken, you're buried under convenience, fake rituals, and ego padding. You want the throne, but you don't want to kneel in the fire that builds kings. No one respects you because you've disrespected pain for so long. It doesn't even knock anymore. It kicks the door down and still finds you hiding behind your own excuses. If this burned, good. That means you're still alive. Stick around. By the end of this, I'll hand you 5 words that will make you dangerous again. 5 words that command respect from the shadows you were scared to walk through. But only if you stay. Only if you stop scrolling and start listening. Only if you bleed with purpose instead of waiting for permission. You ever wonder why you can smell your own potential burning in the distance, but you still don't run toward it? Because deep down, you don't trust yourself to survive the fire. You think if you face the pain, it'll swallow you. But here's the truth, peasant. You're already being devoured by indecision, by overthinking, by the lie that says, eventually I'll be ready. Eventually? You're almost 40 and still living like the tutorial stage ain't over yet. You're not waiting for alignment. You're waiting for pain to disappear. And spoiler alert, it won't. It's not supposed to. Pain is the process. It's the toll you pay for becoming undeniable. And the reason nobody respects you, you keep trying to skip the toll booth. You keep dressing up avoidance like wisdom. You say things like, I'm just protecting my peace. Number, you're protecting your comfort zone, which has more chains than any prison you've ever feared. You say, I'm working on boundaries. But the only thing you've built boundaries around is your own greatness. You think pain is punishment? Try never fulfilling your purpose. Try sitting at the table of mediocrity while your destiny dines somewhere else, laughing. You want respect? Let me tell you what they respect. They respect the one who keeps swinging when the world goes quiet. They respect the one who shows up sore, late, grieving, exhausted, and still doesn't flinch. They respect the one who bled and never asked for applause. You're waiting to be applauded, but applause is for performers. You're supposed to be a destroyer. And here's what else they see. They see the softness in your walk, not kindness. Softness, that limp of self-pity, that posture of emotional entitlement. The way you talk like life owes you a do-over for the pain you didn't ask for. Nobody respects that, because pain doesn't care who asked for it. It only cares what you do with it. You still blame your childhood, as if your pain passed away with the calendar, but you kept it alive, fed it, babied it, made it your identity. You ever watch yourself shrink in real time when someone questions you? Not because you're wrong, but because you haven't earned the right to be certain. You haven't suffered for your own voice yet. That's why it still trembles. And look, there's 1,000 little betrayals you make every day. You say, I'm gonna get up early tomorrow, and then you let one bad dream turn into 3 hours of snoozed rebellion. You set alarms like intention will save you. But intention without action is just a bedtime story for grown children. You light candles, buy planners, curate music playlists, all to avoid the war you know is waiting. You ever spend $300 on supplements and still refuse to get uncomfortable for 45 minutes a day? You don't need better tools. You need sharper teeth. You need to bleed with strategy. To stop reacting to pain like it's a divine insult. It's a divine initiation, a crown of thorns, a rebirth in fire, and you keep trying to skip it for motivational quotes and podcast wisdom. Nobody respects you, because even your own pain has stopped believing you'll do anything with it. If you're still here, good. It means your soul hasn't been completely domesticated. It means something deep inside you is ready to get ugly, bleed loud, and become feared by everything that used to own you. Stick around. In the final part, I'm giving you Skeletor's 5-word pain creed. Say it, believe it, become it. You want to be respected? You better stay, because the next few minutes will burn everything fake off your bones. Still here? Good, because this part's not for everyone. This is for the few who didn't flinch, the ones who felt every insult like a mirror cracking and still kept reading. Let's finish what the fire started. You want to be respected? Then understand this. Pain is the currency of real identity. Not your name, not your job title, not the things you survived, the things you chose to walk through when escape was easier. That's who you are. That's the version of you they'll respect. The one that didn't run? And don't get it twisted. Nobody respects a person who's always processing. Nobody honors the one who needs constant emotional pit stops to avoid becoming something. That's not healing. That's hiding with a better vocabulary. You know what they really respect? The one who walks into work after burying a loved one and performs anyway. The one who trains through heartbreak. The one who starts over at 37, broke and ridiculed, but still refuses to be average. Because pain is the great purifier. It's the forge, and the fire doesn't lie. And right now, You've got two choices. Let your pain keep punishing you, or start using it like a blade. Because here's the thing, no soft guru will tell you. You don't transcend pain. You become worthy of it. You learn to make it your cloak, your armor, your weapon, your sermon. You don't need to be rescued. You need to resurrect. And yes, they laugh at you now. They overlook you. They think you're done, faded background noise. But if you respect pain, and I mean truly bow to it, bleed with it, honor it, they'll feel you coming before they even see you. They'll know something's different. You don't walk like a victim anymore. You don't talk like you're waiting for someone to tell you who you are. You are. Now listen, I promised you something.
And here it is.
Skeletor's Pain Creed. 5 words that rebuild you from the inside out. Say them, mean them, repeat until they become bone. I earn pain on purpose. Say it again. I earn pain on purpose. Not because I deserve to suffer, not because I'm broken, but because I'm choosing to become something they cannot ignore. Because I want power that wasn't handed to me. Because I want peace that was carved from chaos. Because I want respect that was feared into existence. Say it. I earn pain on purpose until your old self packs its bags, until your softness evacuates, until you become the very shadow they were scared you'd step into. You don't get respect from the world until you finally respect what the world hates. Pain, repetition, discomfort, discipline, becoming. That's your new kingdom. Now rule it. Comment challenge. If this burned through your excuses, type I earn pain in the comments. So the lazy ones know they're surrounded by people who don't flinch anymore. Subscribe or get left behind. The next episode will be worse, and you'll thank me for it.